Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. All right. Hi everyone. My name is Teacher Uma. Welcome to Bax's eKelas. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Teacher Uma, and I'll be dealing with students from the Zoom students and also on the YouTube Live. I am seeing 6 on the YouTube Live and no one yet on the Zoom call. If you'd like to join us on our Zoom call, you can do so by joining us on our platform at ekelas.com.my. Now, before I begin the class, I want to share some announcements. One of which is, hold on, okay. One, please subscribe and like and share our eKelas YouTube channel. Go to eKelas portal at ekelas.com.my to register your account. It's free. We have a lot of videos, slides, notes, and exciting activities by Abang Portal. Abang Portal will also post up pre-reading materials related to the live tutorial a few days before. Tomorrow will be the live tutorial for maths and science. We'll have more quizzes with e-vouchers from time to time. Attend and participate for live tutorials to stand a chance. 6, happening now, digital mission on photography is taking place right now on the Maxis eKelas portal. Look it up, participate, and stand a chance to win e-vouchers. Those are the announcements, and now I will bring you to the class in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, hi, Form 5 students. Welcome for joining us for today. I know it's in the afternoon now. Maybe you're a bit sleepy, but I hope you're okay. Breathe in, breathe out, and we'll survive this class together. Let's go. Today, we're looking at similes in the use of language in everyday life. Now, what is a simile? It's either A, B, or C. A simile is an expression used to describe a situation in a complicated way. B, a simile is a figure of speech that compares two things in an interesting way. Or C, a simile is a phrase that is used to describe a sentence. I can tell you up front. Hi, Lukman Hakim, thank you for joining us. I can tell you up front that C is probably not the right answer, perhaps. So we're like two peas in a pod. Which one could it be? Is it B or A? Or maybe guess it's C. Who knows? What do you think? Don't mind, you want to try? Aina, hi, thank you for joining us. Would you like to try and answer this question? Is it A, B, or C? Oh, let's check. Hello, Lukman. Hello, Aina. Some live chat here. Hold on. So no one's going to guess this yet. We have A, B, or C. You can just either guess it, or for those on Zoom, you unmute and tell me your answers. All right, I shall just share this now. My guess, it could be B in an interesting way. Let's see chat. Oh, so Lukman Hakim answers B. Aina, you have an answer? Do you have an answer to share with us, Aina? No? Yes? All right, then. Okay. So the answer for this one is B. A simile is a figure of speech that compares, no worries, don't mind. It's important to guess anyway. Is a figure of speech that compares two things in an interesting way. For example, as brave as a lion. So is this a way to compare things in an interesting way? Similes in a way makes it fun for us to use language. Now, unlike other parts of speech, similes are used for you to send more information using a visual format that makes the conversation interesting. If you say you're very brave or you're very, very brave, that's just it. But if you were to compare yourself with something, you are as brave as a lion, as brave as a mother animal defending its children. Similes are a way to make it interesting and also give you context, have an idea of how much you think something is. So similes are comparisons to describe something. For example, something that is clean can be described as clean as a whistle. When similes are used, words such as like and as are used to show a comparison. Similes also make your writing interesting as a Rubik's Cube. To understand what a simile means, look at the adjective that is used in the simile. For example, as cute as a kitten. You may use the simile to describe something that is cute. So you have the first part, second part, cute as a kitten, to give you a comparison of how cute that thing can be. Now, here are some similes that you can use. And I recommend you to find yourself a paper and pencil. For the students for this class, for Form 5, I found that sometimes students for Form 5, it's a bit late in the evening, you may not want to participate so much, but if you don't feel that way, I do, however, ask that you find yourself a book and a pencil, or get used to screenshotting things. But I recommend the paper and pencil thing just to train your muscle memory, to write down and take notes on this list. So I'll read it out for you. As quiet as a mouse is to describe someone who is shy and not talkative, very hidey-holy, doesn't really want to show their face, embarrassed, like, okay, hi, my name is Uma. As innocent as a dove, to describe someone who is innocent. As sweet as sugar, to describe someone who's very sweet, very nice. Hi everyone. They're very nice, very informative, very they give you a nice feeling. They're fun to be around. They give you favors, provide you favors. They do things for you. They're sweet. As strong as an ox, to describe someone with great strength. As white as a sheet, to describe someone who is in fear. So sheets are usually white sheets. And if you've gone pale, you've gone so pale, usually someone describes as someone who has gone through a huge fear, a scare, where the blood drains from their face. As black as night, to describe darkness. So that alleyway, this room is as black as night. As light as a feather is to describe something that is not heavy. So this pencil is as light as a feather. Now, it may not be as light as a feather, but for you, it is feeling-wise as light as how you imagine a feather would feel. As busy as a bee, because bees buzz everywhere, to describe someone who is very busy. As quick as a flash. So how fast is a flash? A flash of lightning, to describe something that moves very fast. As blind as a bat, something that is blind or moves around badly, at least. Because bats aren't technically fully blind. However, they are, without their voice, stumble around. As mad as a hatter comes specifically to something else in this case, but if you remember the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, to describe someone who is eccentric, someone who does a lot of things weirdly in ways that are very open or vocative how they're feeling, that is someone you refer to as mad as a hatter. However, it's commonly used negatively, so I don't recommend using it on someone if they can hear you or if they don't appreciate it. So be sparing with that one. All right. Which of these similes are wrong? Take the answers below. So as cool as a carrot, are carrots known to be cool? As bold as brass, is brass very bold? As tiny as a giant, is a giant tiny? As cunning as a fox, is a fox cunning? As stubborn as a mule, is a mule stubborn? As flat as a car, is a car flat? As fat as a pig, are pigs usually fat? Have you seen a live pig? Have you seen a picture of a pig? So as cool as a carrot, is it one? Is it a simile? Is it right or wrong? We're gonna look for the wrong ones. So we're gonna stamp the wrong ones. So with the X instead, I'll see. All right. So as cool as a carrot. Oh, false. I know, wrong. Yes, as cool as a carrot is incorrect because carrots aren't known to be cool. What about as bold as brass? Is that correct? Lokman, I know. What do you think? All right, there we go. Now I'm getting answers from the live chat from the YouTube. Hi, Danish. Hello, Ahmad Arif. Hello, Nurul Farahin. All right, so we've got answer from Danish and Nurul Farahin. Wrong. Okay. What about as bold as brass? Danish Ayman says it's wrong. Loma says, yep, it's right. So I'm gonna leave that for a while. I'll put a question mark here, stamped question mark. Now, what about the next one? As tiny as a giant. Is that right or wrong? As tiny as a giant. Aina is wrong. Okay, we'll find out soon. But as tiny as a giant. Wrong, definitely. All right. So confidence there. Danish Aiman says wrong too. Naro Farahin says wrong too. Okay. As cunning as a fox. Is that a right simile or a wrong simile? Are fox cunning? Are foxes known to be cunning? As cunning as a fox. Right. It is right. So do that be. As stubborn as a mule. What's a mule? And are they stubborn? How stubborn are mules? As stubborn as a mule. Is it right or wrong? Thank you, Danish Aiman. Yes, number 3 is wrong. Or so we may think. We'll find out the answer. Well, I'll share the answers after this. What is mule? Who can answer this? Mule is donkey, right? Right. So number 5, as stubborn as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As stubborn as a mule, right or wrong? Then I might say is right. All right. Yes, mule is a donkey. Okay, as flat as a car. Hi, Iza Athira, and hello, Umay-chan. Thank you for joining for today's class. As flat as a car, right or wrong? Number 6. Right. As flat as a car? Wrong, Aina says. And Loma says, nope, it's wrong. All right. As fat as a pig. Is that right or wrong? Last one. How large are pigs? Have you seen the Korean movie about the pigs? The huge mega ones? Hi, Nurin Sabrina. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As far as a car is wrong. And number 7 is right. All right. So as far as a car is wrong, and that was right. All right, let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Undo. There we go. So we got as cool as a carrot, betul salah. As bold as brass is actually true. Brass is a very bold color. Brass. It's a very bold color. So it's why as bold as brass. As tiny as a giant. Giants are huge. And as flat as a car is not flat. Definitely not flat. All right, there we go. Clear drawings. And let's go. Now we're going to match the idioms to their meanings. Now we've listed out 1 to 8 and A to H. What I would like you to do is help me pair them up. You can spell the whole thing out as alike as 2 peas in a pod being identical or being distant, or to make it easier for you, just write down 1A, 1B, 2C, 3D, that kind of stuff, you know? That's how we're going to match it. I'm going to put 1 with the letter. And I'll assume that you're comparing the 1 as alike as 2 peas in a pod with B, very L. All right, so number 1, as alike as 2 peas in a pod, what do you think this means? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or H? Which one is it? Oh, we have a answer. So Loma Hakim says that 1 is G, identical. Let's see. As alike as 2 peas in a pod, identical. All right. Anyone else has an answer? Okay, number 2. Anyone have an answer for 2? Aina says 1 is G also. Good job, everyone. As alike as 2 peas in a pod, identical. Not to be confused with metaphors. When someone says, you two are 2 peas in a pod is a metaphor, but because the word is as like as 2 peas in a pod, it becomes a simile. Any other answers? Okay, no. Number 2, as cold as ice. As cold as ice. A, B, C, D, E, F, or H. Number 2B, as cold as ice is ill, one says. So I'll put that as a dash first in case. Any other answer we have? For number 2, no? How about number 3, as good as gold? What is the meaning for the sentence as good as gold? For the idiom as good as gold. Number 3, as good as gold. Aina and Izatira says 3H or 3C. So 3H as good as gold is as very good and obedient to 3H. Or 3C, very clear. All right. Obstinate to apa teacher? Obstinate is the gale atau the gale in a sense where it's not negative. It's like you tak nak bergerak, tak nak ubah fikiran. Memang tu je betul. 3 could be H. Alright, Danish Haiman, good job. 3H or 3C. So we'll divide it on that, so I'll put both first. Number 4, as plain as day. As plain as day. What is the answer for number 4? As plain as day. 4C, as plain as day, very clear. So we're going to put that there because that was a very confident answer. 4C. Rian J also agrees 4C, and I trust Rian with the answers there. Betul, keras kepala is another one to me for that. Number 5 then, as sick as a dog. As sick as a dog. Number 5. 5B, because sick, ill, yes. 6, as stubborn as a mule. As stubborn as a mule. What is the answer for number 6? As stubborn as a mule. 6 equals to A, D, E, F, H. 5B, betul. Maybe, we'll find out the answer after this. 6 is F, as stubborn as a mule, obstinate. So, dia keras kepala. Stubborn. As black as night, Cikgu eKelas, boy. As black as night, number 7. Number 7, students, as black as night. Describes what? Darkness, very good and obedient. 7D. All right. Danish Aiman, 7D. 7E, Rian. 7E, not able to see well. Salah. Okay, tukar. 5D. Rian says 5 is D. 5 is as sick as a dog. Huh. We'll find out in a bit. Number 8, as blind as a bat, is E, not being able to see very well. Let's check the answers now. Let's not clear drawings first. Compare answers in 3 to 1. There we go. We got almost everything correct. Almost everything correct. 1 is identical. As light as 2 peas in a pot is identical. As cold as ice is being distant, not very ill. Cold as ice, sejuk. Walaupun betul, kalau kita kesejukan nanti demam, tapi as cold as ice here is being very distant. The literal meaning, kenapa awan sejuk as ice, as cold as ice, means to be very ill. However, as its own idiom, it just means that a person is very distant. Dia sejuk, tak layan kau. Tak layan, dia tak layan awak langsung. Being reserved, yes, Lokman, good answer. As good as gold is very good and obedient. As plain as day, very clear. As sick as a dog is very ill. As stubborn as a mule, obstinate. As black as night, very dark, or describes darkness. And as blind as a bat talks about not being able to see very well. And those are the options. As good as gold does not mean very clear. As good as gold means your goodness, how good you are, how obedient you are. In a literal meaning, it just means that the element you're using functions similarly to gold. So it's not as useful as an idiom as it is right here. All right. Let's now go to the next exercise. It's fill in the blanks with the suitable idioms from slide 9. So we had this, and now we're going to use the idioms here. So number 1, Yvette and Maria are twins. They are like, now twins are similar. What did we have? What idiom did we have to compare two people together? They are similar. Which idiom can we use here? I'll bring the previous slide up for a bit. Which idiom can we use here to fill in number 1? They are like? Yang P study too. All right, we'll put number 1. Hold on. It's one. As alike as 2 peas in a pod. They are as alike as 2 peas in a pod. As alike as 2 peas in a pod. All right. Good job, good job. Number 2, yes, Lokman, betul. The first one. Number 2, Jerry started losing his vision ever since he was 8 years old. Now he is, Aina answers as blind as a bat. Laju, good job. As blind as a bat. All right. Number 3, the sky is something. I think it is going to rain soon. Now, what do we talk about when we talk about the brightness or darkness or the condition of something? Which one could we use? So here we had tadi, as like stupid as a paw, good as gold, plain as day, sick as a dog. But it's going to rain. So when it's raining, the clouds are white. And what can we use? What idiom can we use here? What idioms can we use? Can we use? Can we use? Number 2 or number 3, Rian? Number 2 or number 3? So Loman says as black as 3. All right. So the sky is as black as the night. I think it's going to rain soon. All right. Father told Amelia that he would buy her a toy if she was during the event. So what would probably get her a toy? What kind of behavior? Is it good or bad? Most probably good. What idiom that we did we go through previously? It talks about the behavior of someone and how good they are. Loma answers as good as gold. Is that the answer? Do we agree on that? Aina also answered as good as gold. So if Aina and Loman agree, I'm assuming it's right. Any other answers do we have? As good as, Rian also agrees. So as good as gold is the answer. As good as gold. All right. If she was as good as gold during the event. My grandmother is at home. However, she does not want to take her medication. What idiom works here? Why would you need to get medicine? What situation requires you to be in need of ubai, of medicine? It's when, as stubborn as a mule, yes, the grandmother is that, but does that require you to take a medicine for that? Remember, it's coming in the first part of the sentence. Yeah. No worries, no worries. Rian J says, as sick as a dog. Do you agree? As sick as a dog. Okay, let's go with that one. Danish also says as stubborn as a mule, so we'll find out if that's the right answer or not. No matter how many times I tell him to take my advice, he will not listen. Okay, now this one is about a situation about a person who does not want to take advice. He is as stubborn as a mule. There we go. So now we can use this one. So now we're sure that this isn't the answer for number 5. Okay, number 7, although we tried to hide it, it was something that we were no longer friends. So it's something that we can identify, we can see. What idiom talks about the ability to see something? As plain as day. I know, very fast with the answer. As plain as day. I hope you don't have to experience this, my friends. Let's take care of our relationships, okay? And if it doesn't happen, it's okay. You can walk away from it too, because sometimes it just doesn't work and we have to take care of ourselves. Number 8. I know we're a bit too deep there, but you're Form 5 students. I can trust you guys to be able to handle this. All right, you're going to have to go through soon. You're going to go to college soon. Good luck with SPM. Number 8 is Joaquim. So, to the person who wrote these questions, I appreciate you watching movies, but okay. Is Joaquim mad at me? He was something when I tried to speak to him just now. Betul, Rian. Sudah terang lagi kan bersulung is equal to as plain as day. Dah siang, lepas tu pakai lagi apa tu, lampu sulung. Memang lah nampak. Is Joaquin mad at me? He was as cold as ice, Loman answers. As cold as ice. All right, we're on a roll. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much. So we have just finished this one. I'm just going to quickly check the answers now. The answers are as such, and as like two peas in a pot, betul. Blind as a bat, betul. As dark as night, betul. As good as gold, betul. As sick as a dog, betul. As stubborn as a mule, correct. As plain as day, as cold as ice. Now, we had some confusion over this one. My grandmother is at home. We thought it could be that she's stubborn because she does not want to take a medicine. This sentence comes after, okay, after the first part. There's a stop here. So we're talking about the condition of the mother and of the grandmother, and the only idiom that talks about condition is as sick as a dog. So we can use that one. Why? Not only is it one of the only few idioms that talk about conditions of a person, it's the one particular to why you might need medication. So it's important to read the question thoroughly. All right. So this is what we need for today. Good job, everyone. What's in the chat? Oh. Number 5 is not tricky. I'm being careless. It's okay. One, I won't say you're careless. It's a bit too harsh on that one. Number 5, it does give you the feeling. In exams, when you get these questions, among them, there will be one trick question, one slip-up question. In SPM 2, you'll be given this, which is why our advice is, if you get stuck on a question, move forward from it. Write down your potential answers, maybe A, B, or C, but then don't put it down just yet. Go through the other ones. If we have left that one and did number 6 and we saw that was the clear, he is as stubborn as a mule, you know for sure that number 5, the only one left is as sick as a dog. So my advice is that go through the questions one by one, and good job, Lokman, and also to the other student. What was it again? Rian, ke siapa tadi jawab tadi question number 5? Dennis Aiman. Good job to you guys for trying that one, because now you know to pay attention to the full sentence and where the full stop lies. All these things. Learning English is particularly about identifying what the sentence means. Okay, it's a different from maths. Maths is like literally plug and play. 5 times 5 divided by prime numbers, all that are particulars, equations. In English, you need to pay attention to identify parts of a sentence. Is it in present tense? Is it in plural, singular? In this case, what is the most in context correct idiom to use? It combines your memorization of the meaning of idioms plus your ability to identify when to use it. So that's why I say it's tricky, Lokman. It's not because, oh, it's tricky, ada muslihat, tak. Because you're balancing multiple things here. You're balancing your memory, how you've memorized these words, and when to use it. All right. Just a moment. All right. So there we go. So this is why I keep reminding everyone that that's why this is tricky. Kejaya. All right. Sebab kalau blend tu lepas ayat nenek tu dia tengah kebang, yes, that's what I'm trying to bring forward to. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for joining. This lesson is brought to you by Maxis. I just want to pay more attention to this one. These are the tips I can tell you to remember this. I will remind you to please, after class, just go back and go to this slide and also this slide and this one, just to write it down, because you will need to have memorized these terms. These are important for you to remember. There's no way for you to like guess. I mean, you can, and the way to do that is simply just to look at the first part of it, as strong, as white, as black, but only works for some idioms. Some don't give you the information, like as bold as bronze is an understanding of bronze, not boldness of that. So best is to write it down, read the text that use it, rewind this slide, this video, screenshot or take notes, and then do more exercises or read the sentences that use this, like this. The more you read it, the more you see it being used, the better you understand these terms. And that's it for today. My name is Teacher Uma. Thank you so much for joining us. I have to stop the share right now. I have already gave the announcements, but just a reminder, tomorrow we have class in maths and science. For the schedule, go to our platform at eKelas.com.my. My name is Teacher Uma. Thank you so much for joining us today. I won't hold you any longer. I know you're all you're tired already. You're studying for exams, so no worries. I'm releasing. You're relieved of your duties. You can now go take a rest, mandi, by petang, stretch a bit. Don't go outside. If you're in Selangor, we have super high cases. Don't go outside without a mask. Walk around, work out in your home, get your rest, and study as best you can. Thank you for joining for today. We really appreciate it. My name is Teacher Uma. I'll see you in future classes. Bye-bye, and thank you so much. And thank you for those who joining us on our Zoom class. Thank you, Lukman Hakim and Aina. Thank you also to Kwang Kim Hang, Danish Ayman, Umay Chan, and all the other students on our YouTube live. Thank you so much. All right, I'll see you all in future classes. Until then, bye.